James Dean. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is December 16th, 2021, and Bitcoin is looking like it's about to blast off. Here is why, okay? Bitcoin blasting off isn't as interesting as the altcoins blasting off. Not that altcoins don't need Bitcoin to blast off to do what they need to do. We all know that, right? As the market leader, as the sort of the flagship crypto, it has the most market dominance. So if it moves, everything else will move. But because Bitcoin is in a corrective state, it only has so much upside, right? And on this channel, according to our analysis, Bitcoin can't go much further than the top of the range, which is between $58,000 and $59,000. Now, will it even get to the top of the range on this move? We don't know because it's in a corrective state. Its motion, its sort of price action is erratic, right? However, some altcoins can expect to make new all-time highs in this next uptrend that is about to start any moment now. And I'm going to tell you why. If you're interested in that, then watch until the end. Okay. Yesterday, what happened? We had this major move. Very, very, very strong uptrend. Okay. And this was, if we zoom out a bit, we're on a 5-minute chart because we want to see some definition. We want to see some detail. But let's zoom out for a second, get a little bit of context if you haven't been watching the charts. So this move that I've just referred to right here, right? Big green candle was a part of a larger A, B, C move. You see that? A, B, C. Okay. Now, C tends to go down, okay? And this was what I was initially expecting, right? I actually entered a short here. I woke up, stopped out, minimal loss, right? And that's fine. Remember, if you're a trader, know that you're going to lose. Sometimes you have to lose to win. You have to lose not only to learn, but you also have to lose because I haven't met 100% accurate trader yet. I haven't. Maybe that person exists, that man or woman exists. But you don't need to be 100% to be wildly profitable, okay? So it's all about risk mitigation. It's all about managing your risk, right? I put that trade in. It was a very good trade. Even though I got stopped out, it was a very good trade. Because what you see here, what we call a running flat, is not a frequent occurrence, right? You don't typically get that. Why did we get a running flat? Because maybe there's a lot of bullishness in the market. Bitcoin has been sort of down. The market's been down for quite some time. A lot of people want to, I've been buying. A lot of people have been buying the dip, okay? And so maybe this is essentially just that reflection, right? I couldn't have known that, right? Maybe I could have figured that out, but, you know, on the balance of probability, my trade was the one to take. I went to sleep. I put in the short right before I went to sleep. That I would have done 99 out of 100 times because on the balance of probability, that is exactly how C is supposed to sort of work. And I was expecting 44 to 45K Bitcoin, okay? Again, this I read properly. This is an A wave, right? Why is it an A wave? We know it's an A wave because we have this portion right here. It's a B wave within the A. This isn't a 2 wave or anything like that. It's an interruption of, if you think this is 5 wave, this is an interruption that would invalidate the 5 waves. So we know that's an A. That's corrective 3 waves down. Okay, A, B, C. Okay, and we know this is a B wave. Why? Because it's counter. If this is A, you always get a B and you always get a C, okay? And this was the chop that was really wreaking havoc on most traders, right? So you got a complex B wave, right? And it's essentially going counter trend, right? But within that, it's chopping. The last leg of this showed the market sentiment. It showed the bullishness, okay? And why do we know that this was a B wave and not an impulse wave, right? Why do we know that that wasn't 5 waves? That's easy, and that's important. If you're looking to make an entry, or you were looking to make an entry, you should have not made an entry on this move. Why? Because it can't, once again, be 5 waves up. This right here invalidates the 5 waves up, right? That retrace is too large to be within the norms of a 5 wave impulse, okay? So we know that this was also an A, B, C move that was counter trend. So you put, the clues together, that's a B wave, then you're getting a C wave. Now, for those of you subscribed to the channel, the whole purposes of this channel is educational. What does that mean? It means it's for you to grow. It's for you to eventually gain independence in not only chart reading, but chart trading, okay? But first and foremost, before you trade the chart successfully, you have to read the chart successfully. All right? If you're seeing something like this, if you zoom out and you see that, okay, that was an A wave and this is a B wave, you're waiting for a C wave, and you see the price consolidating or correcting sideways, you should immediately think triangle, okay? Because we know in Elliott wave theory, we have something called a triangle, which is correction sideways, which is what you get in a running flat. A wave, B wave, C wave. When we're talking corrections, not impulses, well, this is an impulse, but it's still 5 waves, but it's 5 waves sideways, and we don't call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could, but that's technically inaccurate. We call it A, B, C, D, E, right? And that was the breakout. But after a big move, what do you have to get? You have to get a pivot, a flat correction. That's what we're in right now, okay? So let's zoom in. Let's erase all this. Hope you guys see this. Let's just label this real quick. But this is the whole purpose of this channel, not to give calls, not to give targets or anything like that. It's just to share how I'm reading the charts, and if you're able to read the charts, you're gonna make it eventually. Obviously, that doesn't immediately translate over to trading success, but it's a big part of it. Okay, and if you're a trader, whether a short-term or long-term trader, you need to be able to read these charts, gain chart literacy, and that's pretty much it. So this is essentially what we got. Actually, no. That's not the count. That's not the count. That's not the count. Right here, this is the triangle. That's A. Remember, each of these legs is 3 waves. B, C, D, E. That's it. Okay? And so you got this. Let me just use a trend line. I can't draw straight. You got this right here. Kind of I don't know what it's called. There's a bunch of different corrective triangles. Look them up. A descending wedge or something. I don't know. But it's a triangle. It's a corrective triangle, okay? And that was the breakout, okay? And so the breakout here is, again, not the 5 waves, because you have, think about it. You have 5 waves down. Let's say this was down and not sideways. If you have 5 waves down, then what do you need to get? You need a pivot to change direction, because the trend is changing, right? We have 5 waves down. This larger ABC, zoom out real quick. This larger AB, oh crap. it's larger A, B, C is finished, okay? Then you're going to, if C was to correct down, you would have gotten something like this, a pivot, before moving up, okay? That's just normal. So what you're seeing here is expected, okay? It's what we typically get. What we typically get. Right here, you got your A, B, and this is, well, actually, let me not jump the gun. B can sometimes be complex. So sometimes B is one wave, okay? Sometimes B can be like this. It can be a collection of things. We just saw that, right? And then you get your C. So just be mindful. Sometimes B is just one wave up like that. Sometimes B looks like this, and then it has it's a nested flat, meaning there's a flat within a flat within a flat, right? You see this, something like that. Okay, so just be mindful of that. But anyway, once we get this C, so this A, if this is A, and whatever's going on here, once it's finished, this C is going to be our impulse up, 5 waves into the new trend, which is going to be up. Okay, where Bitcoin is going to go, I don't know. It's in a corrective state. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. I'm not trading Bitcoin. I'm tracking it because if Bitcoin doesn't move, then nothing else moves. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. I hope that was useful. Now let's go into our chain link trade. Okay, so if you've stayed until now, you know already the general trend of the market and what is going on. Okay, just like for Bitcoin, zooming out on Chainlink, and you can apply this to pretty much any other asset in the market. This is the power of using Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Okay, so just like in Bitcoin, you had an A wave, a B wave that was choppy, right? Basically, you had a series of complex corrections in your B wave. That's the last leg of your B wave right here. And then your C wave was a B, C, D, E. It was a triangle correction. It was a running flat, as we called it, okay? Now you have your breakout. You have your A. You're in your B wave. And once that's finished, you're going to get your C wave, okay? That's basically it. So the trade is you want to enter at some point soon if you're trading link up, okay? And your target right now is unclear, but it's likely that these 5 waves that are coming are most likely going to give you something akin to the target of this cup and handle right here, right? So this is, reverting to pattern analysis. This is a clear cup and handle. And so if we wanted to take the target for this, the target would be from the neckline, from the neckline down, superimposed from the side of breakout. So this first target is likely to be around 2274, something like that, okay? So that's what I'm seeing for Chainlink in the immediate short term. But our final target for this larger B wave, remember, we are in a larger B wave. Our final target, if this is A, and this is B that we've been in, we are just entering the C of B, okay? And how do we measure that? Very simply, we take the A we take the trend-based fib extension from, let's see, A starts here, A of B, right? Starts here, and B of B ends here, all the way down to $15, something like that. So the conservative target for Link in this move, let me, if I can get the magnet to comply, is 36.58. That's the conservative target for this C wave. Okay, so you have, once again, A, B, and a C that could come to the 1, between the 1 and the 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay, this was higher between 50 and 60 when we were over here, and we thought that this was the turnaround. Okay, but now the target's changed because we've come down lower, quite naturally. Okay, so we may not get a new all-time high in Link as I initially thought, just because, you know, we came down a little further than anticipated. It's possible. It's possible still if, let's see, there's one, this is one way to measure it. Another way to measure it would be to use this as the A, right? So use this A, rather, with the fib retracement tool, and then use, let's see, this is less precise, right? This is less precise, but just estimating that A, B tends to, see, this is more approximative, but let's just say that B tends to retrace between 1 and 1, 2, 3, 6 of A, okay, if in a flat correction, if you're going to get a flat correction, yeah? It's likely that we get a flat correction because we've already hit the 618 of, the A wave, okay? And we know that flat corrections can only come between the 0.5 and the 618. So if C ends up any higher than this 618, then it has to come to at least a 786, okay? And so it's, if it comes to 786 and it's a flat correction, it'll likely come between 1 and 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay, so I think the safest thing and the best thing for this Link long is just to track it as it's going. Okay, so those are the two things on my mind in terms of long-term targets for Link in this B wave. So we could still see an all-time high, but I don't know. We'll see later on. So if you like that, if you appreciate that analysis, like, share, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And guys, keep your losses small and your wins big. I'll see you guys tomorrow.